It's a dream come true of sorts because not many can ever make it to the Final Four, and now you're living the dream, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually talking to Brittany McPhee, the other junior, and we were just talking about how it feels just like yesterday we were in high school watching the tournament, watching the Final Four, thinking like how amazing that is. It still feels surreal that we're finally here. But yeah, definitely the dream.
It's not easy, though, to get there, is it?
No, it's never easy. I mean, you have how many teams all fighting for this. But I don't know. I think the biggest difference for us this year was it was really just a different feeling, just like truly believing that not only we could do it, but we would do it, like for each other, for the coaches, for ourselves. And, I mean, I think that was the biggest driving factor this year.
How have things been out there at Stanford? I mean, I know obviously your style of play and the whole game experience has changed in the past 3 years since you were last at Natrona County High School. How have things kind of changed for you over the years?
I mean, I think the biggest thing with any girl, or I guess anyone going to college to play any sport, you're always the best in your sport. You're always the best on your team. And so that makes it, I mean, I don't know, you're just the number one player. It makes it really easy. And the biggest difference, not only for me, but I really do think for everyone, is just learning to play to the style of the coaches and understanding your role and having to do what's best for the team, which is likely different than high school. But, I mean, it's definitely worth it. It really pays off.
And all through your career, you know, you've been at Stanford, and you girls are usually a marked team, you know, regardless of who the opponent is, because Stanford, over the past who knows how many number of years, they've had a good history of going far into the postseason. So without question, you are probably getting everybody's best shot, and it forces you to kind of step your game up and take a different approach compared to high school, doesn't it?
Yeah, like you said, it feels like you do get everyone's best shot. You'll watch film on them, and then it could seem like, I don't know, they just take it a step further, just a better team when you play them. But, I mean, I like that. It pushes us. It really forces us to play our best basketball. We never want to depend on the other team to do poorly anyways. We just want to keep the focus on us, progress as much as we can on a team or as a team individually. And I think that's where we see the most success.
What is it about that Stanford mentality, you know, that helps the program become so successful?
Well, obviously, Tara and the coaching staff, they know what they're doing. They recruit a certain type of player. Like, you could have, like, I could have committed without meeting any of the team, and I would have still loved them right away. Like, it's not like they're just incredible basketball players. They're incredible students. They're incredible people off the court. And you just feel so lucky to be in this environment all the time. Just feel so blessed to be able to spend 4 years here. And I think that's huge, just because no one wants to take it for granted. Every game, every practice, every moment we're here, we know that our time is limited. And I think that kind of appreciation for it, I think that's huge.
When the final buzzer went off Sunday against Notre Dame, and that initial feeling, oh, we're going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was crazy, just because, I mean, if you watch the game, you know how close that was. It looked like it wasn't going to go our way for a while there. But it was like this overwhelming feeling of just relief and then excitement. And, I mean, I was just so happy we could get that for our 3 seniors. These are, like, some of the most incredible people I'll ever be able to play with. Like, I can't think of another group of girls who deserve it more. So it's just was such a thrill to win it with these girls on this team, but then also so exciting knowing that, like, our season isn't ending here. We get to practice again. We get to travel again. We get to play again. We get to put on that uniform one more time for all we know. And, I mean, like I said, you really learn not to take it for granted. And the fact that we just get another opportunity was just so exciting.
And you just got to Dallas. I know your next game's not for a few more days. How's it kind of like over there? I'm sure it's easy to get caught up in all the hype and, you know, maybe get into it a little bit, but, you know, at the same time, you got to stick with the Stanford plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really exciting. I think the NCAA does a great job of making this really fun and great for all the teams here, but I don't think that we'll worry about getting caught up in the hype. I mean, we know what we have to do. We know what to do, watching video, watching practice, so I think we'll be okay.
Just you yourself, now that you've been out there for several years, you know, I'm sure you've gotten used to the change of culture and scenery, things of that nature. But I'm sure you've done various interviews against every team you've played over the course of your years. Do you still get just a little bit razzled about being from Wyoming and ending up at Stanford?
I don't know. I think anyone could do it. Like, I was put in really lucky position, was just given opportunities. Obviously, Coach Steele was huge in that. My family was great in putting me in every position I could to succeed. And, I just so happened to be from Wyoming, but, I mean, you could be from anywhere. And as long as you're willing to put in the time and effort and really work for it, I think you could do it.
And I'm sure, have you been in touch with some of your old classmates? I'm sure your phone's ringing off the hook. And what are kind of your old teammates been saying to you?
Yeah, it's great to hear from them and some best friends from back home and then old teammates. It's just, they're just saying congrats, they're watching us, always cheering for us. And it's nice to hear from them. Brings you back home, helps you remember where you started from. And so, yeah, that's always exciting.
Off of the basketball court, during your time out there on the West Coast, what are some new things maybe you've learned? Things that you enjoy out there that might not be necessarily be able to do back home in Wyoming.
There's lots of places to see, lots of things to do, close to the city, close to a lot of different places to go hiking. I don't know, I feel like there's always different shows around, so there's a lot to do. But, it's always good to come home, too. Always excited when we get those few and short breaks. But, no, Stanford's great. The 3 years I've had here so far have gone really fast, and so really just trying to cherish the last few moments.
And you got that mentality. During your high school days, you take 5-6 hour bus rides, get out and play a game. And so, whether it's a bus ride or a long plane ride, it's not that much different for you. But maybe some of your other teammates might be slightly different. But at least you got that toughness.
No, high school was good preparation for traveling.